Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. We're going to do a Friday chit chat with me. I wanted to show everybody, when I did my last video, I was telling you about my new diamond painting pen I got. And I was telling you it came with a velvet bag, but I couldn't find it. Here's that bag it come in. Yeah, it comes with the pull tie. And it's got that velvety soft silk type bag, and inside is my beautiful pen. I thought that was a nice touch on the bag, and like I said, I ordered it on a Saturday around noon. He started working on it that evening, got it done, and shipped it all in the same day, and that's how I was able to get it so quick. I got it Tuesday, and I believe Tuesday's when I put that video out. This is my work in progress. This is a Dello from Diamond Art Club. The artist on here is a Katarina. I'm not even going to try to pronounce her last name. It's spelled K-A-Z-A-R-T-S-E-V-A. And like I said, I would just butcher it if I even attempted to pronounce her name. This is a 42 by 62 centimeters full canvas. It was $39.95, and it's round with AB diamonds. I'm going to go ahead and turn on my light pad. That's going to take away your vision of seeing it so much because of it lighting up, but I can't diamond paint without it, and I haven't been able to find a way to be able to take that glare out of the picture other than pointing it completely away from the canvas. So if y'all have any ideas, let me know in the comments section below, or give me ideas. Would you rather see the camera pointing like at my wall or something? I don't know. Let me know if you have any thoughts or suggestions on that. But let's get turned around here just a little bit so I can get to the painting just a little easier. Okay, here comes the light pad. So this is actually midnight, and it's 12:05 here in Oklahoma. So it is Friday morning. My daughter just picked up her boys, my grandbabies. This was her last day of class, so she's finished with school. Yay! On to graduation, but she does have 2 weeks of career service, and then she's got a month-long externship at a pediatric clinic. So she's really excited about that. The pediatrician, the office that she's going to be working at is actually the office where her pediatrician was. He had been our pediatrician since my son. He was my second child. He was born in '89. He was our pediatrician then, and she's actually working for a doctor in the same clinic with him. They can't work together because it could be a conflict of interest, because he is now her kid's pediatrician. So because of that situation, there's a conflict of interest. So she can't work directly underneath him. But we're hoping the internship goes really well, and she'll be able to hopefully maybe get a job there when she finishes it. A lot of it depends on, if they need somebody at the time, and if the one position they only have available for is students that come in and do their externship. But the students only roll around every 6 to 8 weeks, because the class ends I think it's 6 weeks. Every class is 6 weeks long. Each class section that she has is 6 weeks long. I got to get some glue here from my pen. I was not prepared with my glue. So, don't know how often they take students in that office. All she knows is she did the paperwork to put in for it, and she was approved through the school administration and the administration at the pediatric clinic that she's going to. So we're really excited about that. I'm excited. I've got 2 more weeks to watch them because she has to do her career services at night. But once she's done with that, it'll be all days, and then they can go to they got a lady that watches the boys during the day now, so she can do her studying. So they'll stay in that home daycare, from here on out until she decides to change or she decides not to work. But, she's a young mom. She's not quite 27 yet, and she's had 2 babies, 18 months apart. So I think she's excited to be done with school and to be able to splurge a little bit more on her boys with her working. Her husband does good, but he doesn't do good with managing his money. He makes good money. He just doesn't manage it too well. But, oh well, that's another story, another day. I'm like tongue-tied for words tonight. I don't know why, because I can sit here all day thinking about doing this video, and I have all these things I want to talk about, but then when I hit record on that sucker, everything goes out of my head. I guess I'm going to have to start writing down things that I want to talk about, and that way, it keeps from, doing a tag. Of course, there's nothing wrong with doing a tag. That's another way for y'all get to know me a little better. It's just, this to me is a little more personable than, just doing a tag. But y'all also know my first few whipping chats were tags. So there's just not a whole lot of interest going on my life. I did have a doctor's appointment follow-up today from being discharged in the hospital, and the doctor gave me full raving reviews from all the tests they'd done in the hospital. My heart, my blood, my lungs, my head, everything looked good, that they were worried about with the stroke. So, like I said, it was just a medical-induced stroke, so a medicine-induced stroke. So it's nothing that, I won't suffer any long-term effects of it. If it was like an actual blood clotting issue or something, that people actually have, valid health stroke. Not that mine wasn't valid, but, it was just medication. I'd been on, medication so long, my body just didn't react to it good after a while. I've been off the medication since I've been in the hospital, and I've felt pretty good ever since. So I'm happy about that. Life just seems to be getting better and better now that my daughter's finishing school. The whole family's meeting up at my sister's house Sunday for Mother's Day. I hope all you mothers out there have a wonderful Mother's Day on Sunday. My sister's lived in her house for 5 years now, coming on 5 years, and I have never been to her house. I've only been invited twice. One time was 2 days prior to her party, her Thanksgiving party. that she invited me. And at that point, I already had plans to go to Texas with my youngest daughter. My oldest daughter had plans to already do things. My husband didn't want to do anything, so I just went to Texas with my daughter. She went down to her husband's parents' house, so I traveled with her. Her husband was indisposed at the time, so he wasn't going to be able to make it, but she wanted to get the boys down there so they could see them, because they only get to see them. It's planned twice a year, and that's at Christmas and Thanksgiving. But and then his parents travel up here 2 or 3 times a year, and they've offered to take the boys back for a week, but the boys were kind of a little young to do it last summer. They're only, one's coming up on 3 and the other one's coming up on 2. So, yeah, they were a little young to stay a week away from mom. But she did say that she was going to probably let them go down there this summer, which will put them 3 and 2, which to me is still a little young. But I remember at the earliest age that I can remember back is we lived in a further town away from all my mom's siblings, and I was really close with my mom's youngest sister, my Aunt Jeannie. And every summer, me and my brother, my oldest brother, we would go down to her house every summer for 2 weeks. And I remember doing that just as long as I can remember. I can't remember a specific age, but I remember doing it every year, and that was the highlight of my year, when we could go down and visit my Aunt Jeannie. Yeah, she's the one I was telling you about online in chat that had her kidney transplant over the Christmas holidays, and she's doing so good now with that new kidney. So our family was twice blessed at Christmas. So she actually had a living donor. A girl that she worked with decided to get the testing done for my aunt because she felt a calling to help her and to do everything she could. She flew through her test with flying colors. They actually did her testing quicker than they normally do because she was moving to another state. So they were trying to get all the tests done before she actually moved, and that way all they had to do is get them both scheduled, or get the surgery scheduled, and then she would come up, and she had family she could stay with here to recuperate, because she couldn't travel like that. It being a kidney, it's kind of a painful surgery. But she wanted to help her out. She flew through the test. She was approved. She was a perfect match. And she gave back my aunt her life. She was not living much of a life. I don't know if any of y'all know of any family or friends that have gone through kidney failure, but she had been on dialysis for like 7 years. She had that permanent port put in her arm that runs up through your neck, to where they can hook up the dialysis. I want to say it's like an IV, and it could be an IV. And that dialysis took it out of her. On days she had dialysis, somebody would have to take her because she would be just too weak to even drive home. And it was just hard to watch my aunt go through that. But yeah, I love traveling to her house every summer, and I'm sure it'll become something the boys will come to cherish and look forward to as, the older they get. I get to go to Nana Jenny's house and Papa Brady. Yeah, my grandson Brady was named after my son-in-law's father, so he's got my husband's middle name. So, or my grandson's middle name is my husband's name, so his name is Brady Lee. So he was named after both his grandfathers. See, what else did I do this week? I did nothing. People, I tell you, I have no life. I do nothing. I diamond paint. I go online. I go to people's lives, and here lately I've just been diamond painting and kind of lurking in chat. Just kind of, and I've screwed up. I'm a mediator in a couple groups, and screwed up 2 times this week and kicked out the wrong people. I'm like, the first time it was because of my phone. I got a new cell phone, and I was pushing buttons, and I got in a screen. I didn't know where I was going, and I was in chat, and it was going all over the place. And next thing I knew, I had hid Diamond Painting by Donnie, so nobody could see her comments. It's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Of all people, I did it to Diamond Painting with Donnie. Whoops, my stuff just fell. Ignore that. And the other time, we did have a troll come in. I wasn't paying attention to chat at the time, but the owner of the channel said, mediators, please take care of that. So I went and I found the comment that the guy had made, and it wasn't a nice comment. So I went to click on his name, and when I did, chat had scrolled so fast, I'd clicked on the name underneath it and kicked her out completely. We had to go unblock her so she could come back. And being a new mediator, I didn't know how to do that. So somebody else had to come in and let her back in. I'm like, oh my God, I screwed up so much this week. I feel I just, it's been a good week, but at the same time, it's been a lonely week. Because I haven't participated in chat, and that's where I feel like I have my virtual friends. I mean, I talk to y'all more than I do my own family, and that's sad because we were kids, we were so close, and now becoming adults, we hardly see each other, and we don't get together on a regular basis at holidays because, I've mentioned this a few times that, my parents were Jehovah's Witnesses, so we grew up in a Jehovah's Witness home. So we grew up not celebrating holidays. So when we all became adults, we all, learned to celebrate our own way because, none of us really knew how to celebrate the holidays. So we come up with our own family traditions, and we just never really got together. Very seldomly did we wish each other a happy birthday. It's kind of taking out some of the closeness that you have with your siblings is when you grow up like that, and then you grow up, you mature, and have your, you've had this instilled in your brain the whole time, even though you might not agree with it or you want to celebrate Christmas, and you want to celebrate your birthday. You want to have a birthday cake. You want to have the birthday presents, the Christmas presents. You want to go Easter hunting. You want to go trick or treating on Halloween. The only thing my parents celebrated was their wedding anniversary and their wedding anniversary. Can't think of anything else other than their wedding anniversary. Of course, they have their Memorial Day, but it's a different day it's the same week, but they have a different process of how things are done, and I don't want to get into that, but it took away from the family dynamic, because we were so close. But at the same time, as you get older, you grow up, you get married, and you have a separate life from your family that you grew up with, your siblings and all that good stuff. My grandbabies were rotten this week. I have 8 more days to watch them. I think I already said that, yada, yada, yada. But they're to the point now where you have to watch what you say, because I'll get mad and I'll say, damn it, that's about as much as I cuss around them. I don't cuss around my mom. I cuss in my head, and that's where all my cussing is in my head. Yeah, I tell myself to go F off all the time. Because I want to say it to other people every now and then, so I just say it in my head. But yeah, he's catching up on that, and so now when I say it, he'll turn around and say it, and then his little brother will turn around and repeat what he hears, because he's at that age where it's monkey see, monkey do. What his big brother does, he's got to do too. So now I have to watch every little thing. I think if they were going to pick up on something I said, I'd rather it be damn it than some other, dirtier words that I'm not going to say. I don't mind hearing it every now and then. I just, there's a point where it gets old and you're like, okay, do you have more than a 4-word vocabulary? Okay. But no, it doesn't bother me. I just don't care for it. I won't walk away from a conversation unless it goes to be get out of hand and they use even nastier words than something I would never mention or never call somebody. And I don't call anybody out on it because it's, their business, their life. I just, I feel some of it's respect to my parents growing up. We just never did. We just never cussed. My dad, he never cussed around us. My mom never cussed. My mother said bitch the other day, but we were talking about how words like that are making it on TV now because it's actually an acceptable word, because it, being, a female dog and all that. And she said it just depends on the way you say it. She said when I said it, I was referring to a dog. So if that's what makes her happy and justifies what she said, then by all means. But that is the first time I ever heard anything come out of her mouth like that. Ever. I mean, if you've seen my mother, she's like 5'2" 2, if that. I mean, she's this short little woman, and she's been sheltered most of her life. She's been married since she was 17 to one man up until 10 years ago when he died. And she married for life. She has no intentions of ever getting out there and trying to meet somebody or date again. She said she had the love of her life, and she was happy with the life that she had with my daddy. So I think that's sweet. But yeah, she's that type of woman. She reminds me a lot of Fancy Nancy, from, or Nancy from Higginbottom, from her Facebook page, Fancy Nancy. I think it's Fancy Nancy Diamond Painting. Just the sweetest little old woman, short as can be, and she doesn't even say, like, dang it. Or if I stub my toe or something, I'll say, I can't even remember what I say. Yeah, it's gone. As soon as I went to say it, it had left my brain. And that's just how my brain works. It'll switch off. Of course, I think that happens to everybody, where you go to talk about something and you have it all, and then when you go to talk about it, oh, I know what it is. I say son of a biscuit eater. If I stub my toe or something, hit my arm going around the corner, which I do often in this small 2-bedroom apartment, I'll go around the door too fast and I'll hit my elbow or something. I go, son of a biscuit eater. I don't even know where I got that, because my mom doesn't say that. How did I get off on cussing? Oh, my grandbabies. Yeah, they wear me out. We're to the point where now they want books read to them at bedtime. So now the oldest has figured it out that it's a stall tactic. If he can keep me reading books, he gets to stay up later. But yeah, Nana's got them figured out. We read 3 books and then it's bedtime. One's a circle round book, where you pick out circles. Next page you pick out round and circles and round. One's with chickens, where you count the chickens on each page, and then the baby chicks on the opposite page, and the ducks, the pigs, the cat, and the noise they make. And he is so cute, because when you say pig, he'll go, and that's it. Just a little. He won't go. He'll go, and that's it. But he does it so cutely. Yes. He does it so cutely. Last year, for Mother's Day, my daughter got me a ring that said Nana on it, and it didn't fit. And I found it the other day going through some stuff. I was doing some cleaning in my closet, and I found it in my jewelry case, and it fits now. It's my pretty little Nana ring. It's rose gold. So I think it's pretty. I'm glad I could get into it this year. So glad. But I've lost about 50 pounds this year. I know that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but when you look at it as 150 pounds in the last 2.5 years, it's good. But I still have ways to go, slow and steady. Trying to lose it right this time around. If you get into bad habits and lose the weight, then you're going to just gain them back. So I'm trying to do it the healthy way. Of course, I'm almost a vegetarian. I eat very little meat. I eat lots of vegetables, eggs, rice, stuff like that. I'll make sure and get my protein in there, and then, vegetables. And so it's just a slow and steady weight loss. I probably lose, maybe a half a pound every couple weeks. So yeah, long, slow, steady, and drawn out. I'd probably be able to lose a little bit more if I laid off my soda pop, but I gotta have my pop. Speaking of pops, I need a drink. I'm hoping that when my daughter gets a job that I get my vehicle back. They're down to one vehicle, and it's his work vehicle. Her car, she let a friend drive it for a day, and he got on the interstate and he blew the motor out on it. Of course, it was, if he did it like that, he might have been over driving it, but it would eventually broke down on her. And I'm glad it happened to him instead of her being stranded somewhere on the side of the road with them two babies. That's dangerous stuff. Scary. But she's driving my Envoy right now. So anytime I go anywhere during the day, I have to call her, let her know when I have appointments scheduled. So hopefully she doesn't blow the motor up in mine. As far as I know, it's got a good, strong engine in it. It's running well, not making any noise. Hers was clattering. It had been clattering for a while, so we kind of knew it was going to happen. And, when the engine's ready to give up, the only thing you can do is stop what you're doing and rebuild the engine, or wait for it to blow up and then put another engine in it, or rebuild that one if it can be rebuilt. Of course, my husband could do it, but he's an old man now. That's what he says. He said he's getting too old to be doing all that stuff. He's 10 years older than me, so he's in his early 60s. So he considers himself an old man. That's okay. I feel like an old woman a lot of the times. Between my weight and all the falling that I've done already this year, I have bought me a rabbit's foot. It's on my keychain. So anywhere I go, I have my rabbit's tail on my car keys. I now have a horseshoe over my front door. And when I'm cooking, working with salt, it always gets thrown over my left shoulder. So call me superstitious, okay? Okay. I hope everybody got to watch my video to where I did the post review of Talitha Koum from Mandy Menzano. It was such a nice picture to work on. It's beautiful. My husband is actually making me a frame for it. And so I'm hoping maybe by next weekend I can post some shots on a few of my Facebook groups and show everybody it, in the frame. But it's been framed without glass, so I have sealed it but it looks just shiny and new and very beautiful. It's very colorful. If anybody is considering doing it and you keep putting it off, buy the sucker. It's going to be worth every second you put into it. The only problem I had with it was running out of the 3 colors. But like I said in my post-review video, it's like a 1 in a million chance that something like that would happen if you bought Talitha. More likely you'd have all the diamonds and not run out, because it just don't happen with Diamond Art Club. I meant maybe 1 color, never 3. Never 3. I'd have never believed it if I hadn't seen it. Never would have believed it. I got to do some roll straightening here. I got crooked in my lines. I got way crooked. Thinking about more what I was wanting to say than placing my diamonds. But it doesn't take but a second with the straightener that I got off of Drill Pin Frenzy. That's Diamond Painting with Donnie's Etsy shop name. I bought this off of her. I was going to get it off Miss Coffee. She didn't have them at the time, and then she quit selling her pens, so I went ahead and bought this one. Get them pushed down here really quick. I need one of them little rollers just to kind of roll over it when you go to straighten them up, because you got little diamonds like this that want to poke up. That's good. That's good. Everything's sticking down the way it should. So, I wanted to mention my last video again. If you haven't watched it, I implore you to go watch it. If you want to possibly win something, hint, 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 hint. I know there for about a month, I was enjoying all the whipping chats that we had going on YouTube, and they've slowly dwindled. I hadn't had very many to listen to this week, it seems like. Unless people are unsubscribing me to their channel. I don't know if they can do that or not, because I'm not unsubscribed to anybody, but I haven't gotten but just a couple notifications of whipping chats. There's actually one that was downloaded earlier this evening, or Thursday night. This is Friday morning, so officially that I haven't got a chance to, but you know, having the grandbabies, I can't just, I could listen to them like I can, like watching TV, but I like to diamond paint to them, because I get to sit here and diamond paint and just listen away. It's not, you know, it's hard to watch TV and diamond paint. I like to see what's going on. It's hard to keep up with a movie or something if you're doing something else at the time. I've got some Diamond Art Club that should be here tomorrow. Actually, today. Either today or Saturday. I should have 2 more Diamond Art Club pieces to go. I have 3 I still have to unbox. But I kind of been putting that off in case it's one that some people want on my giveaway. Hint, hint. Last video. But, yeah, I'm giving away a Diamond Art Club, and I'm going to try to get the painting that somebody wants, as long as it's not like a $70, $80 piece. I don't know what the highest Diamond Art Club's paintings go up to, but I wouldn't spend any more than what Talitha cost me, which I couldn't tell you right off the top of my head right now. My memory just doesn't retain that kind of information like that. I have to carry around a notebook and make notes for myself during the day so I don't forget things, and then I forget I wrote them down, so they never get done. I either don't remember, my mom or my daughter has to remind me, but yeah, that's the way the cookie crumbles. So I've been here for 40 minutes now, and I haven't had to do the tag yet. I feel like I want to pull it out because I'm like having a hard time telling a story or something right now, but I don't want to get too involved with the tag at this point because I think I can only go over probably 3 or 4 of them between now and the next 15 minutes or so. But this might just be a smaller whip and chat, small Chit Chat Friday. So yeah, if you've got a YouTube channel, please continue to do your whip videos, because there's lots of us out there that like to listen to them. You know, even if you only have like 70 subscribers or something, and you get 20 of them 70 to watch, that's 20 people viewing your content. So that's what you want, people viewing your content. But if you don't put out content, then nobody can watch. So that's how you grow your channel, is putting out more content. And that's what I keep telling myself, to put out more videos. I just have a hard time putting them out during the day, and then I babysit the babies at night. And so I try to get this done early Friday morning after, she picks up the boys. She gets them about 20 till 12, so gives me time just to relax a little bit before I start this, and then I can sit here and diamond paint a little bit more while it downloads. I have to save it and then send it to YouTube, and that takes me about 20 minutes to get that done. I have pretty good internet service. I've only had it fail on me once, and then that one time I just clicked the restart button on it, and it downloaded really quick. But I live in a city. I live in right south of a major city, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, so I have access to good internet service. I don't know. I hear everybody talking about having problems downloading their videos and it taking them a long time. People who even live in, major metropolitan city or something like that and have problems. So I don't know. I don't know what makes one town better than the other, or what state better than the other. I don't know. I just know I get it, and I'm thankful for it. I didn't realize y'all could see my TV. Can you tell what's playing? It's Pitch Perfect 3. I started to watch it, and I just couldn't quite get into it. I think I knew I wanted to do this, and couldn't get into it. So after I finish this up and I listen to that one whip and chat, I'll sit down and watch it because it takes me a while to wind down. I didn't sleep at all last night, so I'm hoping tonight will be a sleep night. I suffer from insomnia too, from who knows what, who knows why. I just don't sleep, but a lot of times if I go a full night without sleeping at least 30 minutes, the next night I can sleep for at least a couple hours. So I was hoping to get at least a couple hours of sleep tonight. But yeah, I'm used to going with just a couple nights hours of sleep when I do sleep. But there's at least 2 to 3 days a week that I don't sleep at all. Quite a long time with no sleep, which sucks because I so love to sleep. I so love to sleep. Not so much since I started diamond painting because I want to be up diamond painting all the time. But anyway, I think I'm going to end it here. Just kind of under 50 minutes, but I just wanted to get a quick whip and chat in there. Next time, I promise I'll do a tag or I write down things that I want to talk about. That way, when I sit down and shoot the video, I can tell my funny stories that's happened during the week. But come Friday, I can't remember what happened Monday. So I'm screwed about Sunday and Saturday. So you'll have a good Mother's Day again on Sunday. I hope everybody gets to spend time with their kids and their family and their parents and just have a good, wonderful day. You know, whatever you're doing, cooking out, going out to eat, or if you're just having family over, you know, I hope everybody has a good time and enjoys it, especially you mothers out there. It's a special holiday for us because it's the only one that's geared towards just being a mother. And I think that's a very special holiday. So that's going to be it for tonight, guys. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you also like this video, please subscribe to my channel. If you want notifications of future videos, please hit that notification bell so you can get notifications of future videos. That's it for tonight, guys. See you in the next one. Bye.